thanks for joining me today in my video about gardening using the mulch method with no digging and tilling. I've never tried this kind of method before. I got out late this year and I didn't get my stuff in the ground right away. Also, we weren't sure if we were even going to do a garden, so we were kind of late, but I wanted to get my potatoes planted because I had bags. I had like maybe 3 or 4 bags of tubers, so I at least wanted to maybe get some potatoes in the ground this year, even if I didn't do anything else. So I looked up some videos on YouTube and stuff, and I came across the Ruth Stout method, which led me to this mulch method gardening. And I have to say, I actually really like it, and I'm very surprised. I noticed that some people put cardboard on the ground first. I didn't do that because I wasn't sure if I should with potatoes. I saw someone do that with garlic. But I didn't put any cardboard on the ground before I put all the mulch down. So all the weeds, they still wanted to grow. So this first year that I laid all the mulch, a lot of the weeds came through, and I had to pull them. When I did pull them, it wasn't nearly as difficult as just pulling them right out of the ground. It was much softer. So it made weeding, whatever weeds were there, it made it a lot easier. I laid out a lot of the area that I wanted to be a garden for next year, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do any of it this year, but I figured I would still throw the potatoes under just in case. I didn't really expect a big yield because it was just on the ground that you see behind me here, just the grass. I just laid all the mulch right on the grass. So the ground was still kind of hard and not worked. I didn't till it. It hasn't been tilled. So I laid the mulch, and I've been layering it every time I mow the lawn, and I've got a bag of mulch. I just throw it on there. The garden that I started with was a straw garden. The one behind me here I started after. The very first one was a straw one. So this one is mulch from grass clippings, and then the one that I started at the very beginning of the year, of the growing season, is a straw bed. If you would like to kind of get an understanding of what this is a little bit better, maybe just if you type in Ruth Stout method gardening in the YouTube search, you should be able to find a little video of an elderly lady talking about how she started gardening late in life. She wasn't able to, well, kind of like my situation, she wasn't able to get to it right away. So she figured, well, maybe I can just do what nature does and cover it up with some mulch, some hay. That's what she did, and things ended up growing for her, and that's what she did for the rest of her gardening days. So I figured, since I couldn't get out and do my stuff quite when I wanted to, there was snow right up into like the middle of May, and then we were just busy with a lot of yard work. Anyways, I will show you what I've got. Okay, so this is our garden. I believe it's 9 by 13 feet. We marked off the area we wanted. We cleared out the goat shed, which is over here. Right there. Right there. It's really not that big. It's just a shed with 2 Nigerian goats. They're small. They're little mini goats. So we cleared out their shed, put their droppings in here, and then we broke up 2 hay bales on top of it and fluffed it up to about the 8 inches, and then just kind of fluffed and made these rows, these sections here. And then there's 6 potatoes in each. And when I put my hand down and dug the holes, it was very cool and damp and moist down there. The bottom layer will decompose, and as it decomposes and turns into a rich soil, you just add more straw on top. So year after year, you just keep adding straw to it, and it'll just grow better and better, is what I'm seeing online and what I'm seeing other people accomplish. So that's what we're trying to do. Now also, we set up plastic on top of it. We're hoping maybe to get more of a greenhouse effect that way. We're not too sure. I haven't seen anyone else put plastic on top of theirs, so I don't know if that's necessary. We just wanted to try it and see if it would kind of have a greenhouse effect. Another reason why I was interested in this method is because I also found out that when you till the ground, what you're doing is is disturbing the ecosystem underneath the soil, all the worms and the microbes and everything that's been working together to try to make that soil so rich for you. And when you till it and you slice and dice and mix it all up, you're kind of destroying this little ecosystem that's been developing in your soil. And I didn't break my back making it. My husband and I didn't do it all by myself. My husband and I did this together, but even if you weren't by yourself, I could have done this pretty easy. I had my husband's help. It took us together less than an hour to put it all together. Grass will decompose with that bottom layer and create a nice rich soil, a really nice environment for the potatoes. That's what I'm hoping. Hey, Bo. Meow, say hi. Hey, Bo. Meow. Look at this big kitty right here. Meow. So we're hopefully going to get some sprouts here in the next week or two, which I will show you if I have any luck. Today is Friday, July 3rd. I haven't really done anything with this. My weeds grew right through, but that's probably because I didn't let it sit and kill everything underneath like over season. I just laid the straw. You see behind me? I just laid the straw out and didn't wait for it. So yes, there's weeds growing. So there is potato, and I should actually get out here and do something about the weeds. Potato. I've picked some of them. There was one time I picked some, but I haven't been back out since. There's another potato. Another potato. And another potato. So 8 out of the 18 have at least showed. And I will do some weeding and get rid of the weeds. The ones I pulled up last time, they really weren't too hard to pull up. So I'll get that done. Also, we removed the plastic because with the rainy season coming, it was getting pretty moist, and we were afraid of mold. And then I guess that's why the weeds got so crazy. But also I got to cut the grass and stuff too. So yeah. It's now July 16th today, so we're halfway through July. My daughter wants to stop and show you a flower for a sec. See these really pretty flowers.
I noticed that this one, it's black.
Look at that. And here's a pink one. Whoa.
And here's a blue one.
And there's a blue one.
Oh,
wow.
There's a purple one right there.
Okay, so anyways, yeah. I'm going to go back to my potato garden. It's now halfway through July. And I weeded a lot of it. There's the goats back there somewhere. Okay, so last time it was super weedy out here, and so I weeded it, and as you can see some potatoes. Here's a potato. There's some potatoes. There's some potatoes. I'm not really expecting big results. I would like to have bigger results next year, of course, but this year I did know that the grass underneath needed to decompose in this bottom layer. So I wasn't actually expecting to have a bunch of potatoes, but of the 18 that's planted, I'm pretty sure 14 have come up, I think. And then in another section, I have a greenhouse that we're getting ready to build for next year. And so I laid out some mulch and stuff to kill the grass in the spot that we want to have the greenhouse. And I just tossed some potatoes under there too, just for the heck of it, why not? And there's potatoes growing there too. So you can do it the first year. You don't have to wait till the following year. You'll probably get a better result the following year. But the first year you start this type of garden, you can get results, at least with potatoes. Potatoes, I just had to put on the ground and cover them with seeds. They actually had to go in the ground, and there was a bunch of grass there. I couldn't do that. But potatoes for the first year is, I guess, okay. I'll show you. Okay, Sophia said she counted 17, so I'm gonna, here, I don't want the shadow to be right there. So I'm gonna come to this side. Okay, so, do I have any in this spot here? This very first spot? Not sure. Okay, well, oh, I do actually. It just grew out in the center of the line instead of right here where I planted it. It must have went that way. Okay, so there's one. It's kind of off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so all 6 in this row came up. Like 1, 2, or 3. 3 came up down on the end there. 3. So 6, 9. Here's 10, 11, 12. Look at that mushroom. 13, 13, and 14. This little guy there, 14.
And also another mushroom.
Another mushrooms. These just came overnight because I came out here yesterday and I was weeding. So these mushrooms, they came up overnight. Look at that.
And another mushroom.
Yeah. Okay. Now over here.
Wait.
This potato.
One came up in the side.
What, a potato?
Yeah, a potato plant.
Yep, that's okay. That's fine. I'll just fluff up. If a potato plant comes up in this middle, because I did have like 3 rows, if it came up in a spot where there's not much straw, just scoop up some straw and hay and build it up around it, and then just let that do its thing underneath. But anyways, this one here, I'm going to show you. The top is very, well, we did have rain last night, but it dries really quick. This will be very dry. But underneath, it'll be super wet all the way down to the bottom. This one here, here's my potato. Okay? Now look at this, look at this. Look, okay, this is the middle. Yeah, it's wet down there, isn't it? I know, it's like, kind of like dirt, but it's all straw. Look at that, look at, there's a potato. You see that potato?
It's a little red potato.
A little red potato. So it is growing. We're gonna, even if it's just a whole bunch of small potatoes this year, like stewing potatoes. Yep, hash brown potatoes, stuff like that. Oh yeah, look it. So out of 18, we have 14, and there might be some more. There could be some more. Okay, and like I said, I did plant some in a different area. Hey, kitty cat, what are you doing? Oh, what a naughty puss. Get out of the garden.
I forgot about Mr. Horsey.
Oh no. So over here, I'll show you the potatoes we have down here. Now this one, I've just been adding mulch every time I mow the lawn or something. I'll mow the grass and I'll empty out the mulch in here. Also, there was like really old hay bales, straw bales actually, not hay bales, straw bales that came in here. So all these weeds, yes, they grow. Why? Because I just put it on grass like this. It was this grass, cut real short, and then I just put stuff, all this hay, all this mulch grass on top of it. So next year, over the winter, all these weeds are going to die. And then all the mulch that's on top is going to block the sun so that these weeds, hopefully, they don't come back next year. They won't be able to if they can't reach the sun. But what I can do is then move the mulch aside, dig a little spot down to the bottom where it's nice and moist, and plant my seeds there. These ones I actually completely forgot about, but that one's already going to blossom. So yeah.
That's awesome.
And next I will show you guys our harvest.
And big small belly boots.
Oh, and kittens.
Yeah.